What is going on YouTube? My name is Brandon and welcome back to another video here. As promised last night, we're actually going to go ahead and take a look at all those different files and everything that we got from when we went and hung out with Daniel. So I'm actually going to go ahead and start the recording process on the computer here. Let's go ahead and hit that. I think we're good to go there. And we're going to go ahead and just jump right into it. So what I want to do is I want to take you through the culling process, which basically is a fancy way of saying how I choose which photos I'm going to use and which ones I'm going to toss out. Let me go ahead and just do this real quick. What I'm going to go ahead and do here is I dump all of my RAWs into one folder. Now this culling process is a little bit different from how most photographers would show it to you, but what it actually does is it actually provides a way for you to kind of get rid of all of those different images that you're actually not going to use. So we're going to go ahead and do new folder. We're going to go ahead and just create, whoops. We're going to go ahead and open that up in a new window. We're going to go ahead and just, there we go. And then so I just basically, I don't open this in Lightroom or anything. I just open this up in just a general photo viewer in Windows. Because then it allows me to quickly just kind of cruise through the images and choose which ones are really going to work out for me. Now all of these right out of the gate were just some leftover on the card from a previous shoot. In case you guys are curious, this is actually what my other business is. We sell subscription fly fishing boxes. So if you're actually into fly fishing, go ahead and head on over to trueflysupply.com and check us out. Alright, so we're going to get into some of these here. Alright, I kind of like this one. So what I do when I find one that I like, and this is going to sound really tedious, but I think in the long run it really works out for me. So we're going to go ahead and go to the 2672 here. And this actually is a whole lot easier if we do it like this. 2672, copy, paste, and rinse and repeat. Oh, hold on, let me get this started here. Alright, so now that we're back with the, Alright, so now that we're back and we're done culling, let's go ahead and import everything into Lightroom and go ahead and just kind of get started on the whole editing process. This is the fun part, but unfortunately with the way I edit, at least with the fly fishing stuff, it's the quickest portion of the process. So let's go ahead and flip on over to Lightroom here. I'm going to pull in all the culled photos that we just pulled in, or pulled out I guess I should say. What's cool about separating those images when you cull them like that is you can delete everything else and that saves so much hard drive space. So much hard drive space. So we're going and importing all of these now. Alright, let's go ahead and hit over onto the Develop tab. I'm doing this all on my laptop too. Normally I'd be using my tablet, but I don't think I need it for this particular shoot. Just waiting for it to load all the previews. Got my favorite cup here with decided to get myself some chai tea. Ooh, that's hot. It's hot. We're gonna let that cool down. Alright, so first and foremost, I shoot a lot of film too, guys, so it's really important to me that my edits look very similar to film, at least from my standpoint. So Maston Labs does a really great job at creating film stocks for digital. So we're just going to go ahead and apply that all across the board. The film that I shoot is Fuji Pro 400H, and so that's the film stock that I really like to emulate through all of my photos. So we're just going to go ahead and apply that. We're going to go ahead and deselect everything and kind of make our edits from there. I press J on the keyboard so that way I can see, hold on here. Looks like all the presets didn't take. There we go. Go ahead and do that again. I just gotta wait for Adobe to do its thing. Basically what this is just doing is it's just applying the preset to all the images. That way we can just jump right in and go ahead and get after it. Apparently trying to edit photos on a machine that is also recording is pretty resource intensive. So, all right, here we go. Now that we got our preset all loaded up here, I'm gonna make a few minor adjustments here. One of the things that's really important to me when I'm looking at these is the skin tones. So I like to hit auto and see kind of where that. See, I like that. I like that for this particular photo. And that one's done. Just like that. Now this one has a lot of shadows into it, so I'm going to really bring up the exposure on this one quite a bit. Probably to about right there. And then I'm actually going to bring the highlights back just a touch. Moving on. I like this shot. Don't like all the net that's in it, so we're gonna go ahead and crop it down to here, or bring up the exposure again. So you can see where that red just started appearing is where the whites start clipping. And I kind of want a little bit more of my blacks back in this one to really kind of make that image pop a little bit more. Moving right along, kind of the same thing. We're going to bring up the exposure, but we're going to bring the blacks down just a touch. Just a touch. Perfect. And based off of what I'm seeing here, we might have to do that for a lot of these. You know, going back to this one, I don't like how orange or how red the skin's looking, so we're gonna, okay, yeah, even just hitting auto. Most of the time, guys, if you just hit auto on this, it will take care of your problem. Just make sure that, you know, they're consistent between each image here. Kind of get why this one's like that. You know what? We're gonna leave the weird Dutch angle. I don't foresee it being too big of a problem here. Let me see here. Let's see here. Same with that one. I think that one's good to go. A lot of these are going to be good to go right out of the box just because of the nature of the photo. I'm not trying to, like, you know, create some sort of artistic photo. I just need it to look good, and it's going to be used in a lot of marketing things. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a adjustment brush here. I'm going to paint the fish just kind of loosely, and bump up the exposure on just the fish. It's the fish. Whoa! You get a little excited there. Yeah, see, I just wanted it to come up just a little bit, and we're probably gonna bring the highlights up just a touch too. Maybe bring the blacks up just a touch as well. Maybe not. I don't know. We can live with that. I think I like that. Moving right along. Similar thing. We don't need our adjustment brush. We can go ahead and put that away. I'm probably going to bring up the exposure just a touch on this one. Other than that, I think that one looks good. Same with this one. Maybe just bring up the exposure just a touch. And move right along. Sorry, my computer's kind of choking up a little bit here because kind of asking a lot of it by trying to do all of this at once here. Let me see here. I kind of really like that one actually. Oh yeah, it's my fish. Oop. I'm gonna bring this down just a touch. Like that one. Moving on to the next one. I'm bumping all these up. I really like a really light, and I'm kind of a light and airy editor, so I really like my photos to be super bright. I know it's kind of out of the norm. It's not exactly the trendy thing to do right now. Okay, this one needs some. Oh, see, look, you just hit auto and it looks, look at that. Perfect. Again, we're just going to take these three. We're going to hit auto because the camera exposed Daniel to be a little pink. I think that one looks good too. The reason why I'm switching back to this photo and then back to the other one is just so I can quickly deselect them is all. bump up the exposure just a touch. So we're gonna do that on these two as well. And bump that up to about 5.5 or so. Just enough to really bring out that fish. Whoops. We're gonna go ahead and undo the vibrance there. It accidentally closed my toolbar. Oops. See, I still don't like how dark this one is. I like that. And on this one, we are actually going to go ahead and get rid of the Dutch angle we got going on here. Yeah, see, that just looks a lot better. Same with this one. Going to get rid of the Dutch angle. Sorry, Daniel. Kind of cut your head off there, buddy. Still looks like it needs just a little bit of help. Yeah, that's looking a lot better. Let's go ahead and up the exposure. And I think that's really all that needed help on that one. Ooh, this tea is so good. It's so good. Come on, you got this, baby. There we go. There we go. I think that's a cool photo. I like it. A little bit of a Dutch angle thing going on again here though, so let's go ahead and tighten that up just a bit. Boom, Bob's your uncle. That's all you needed. Let's go. We're gonna have to bump that one up quite a bit. Again, do some auto. Look at the skin tones, make sure he's not too orange, which he's not. That's like one of my favorite things about shooting in full sun. Is you can pretty much just hit auto on your white balance and have it look pretty good. Ones of the brown trout are pretty much good to go. These ones definitely need some saving. Let's see. Look at that. See? That's what I'm talking about. Auto. Also, pro tip, guys, I'm slightly colorblind, so it like really need all the help I can get on the color front. Normally I edit with like these special yellow tinted glasses to kind of help me out, but didn't need all that today. We're gonna do this. We're gonna get rid of this Dutch angle just a bit here. Look at that. Same thing on this one. I am not a fan of the Dutch angle. Not a fan at all. But I mean, I get it. Sometimes you just gotta take a photo like that because that's like the only angle you have. Let's see, look, that just transformed that photo so much. So much. If I had more time, I'd probably even take the bridge out too. Just a personal preference. This one, I'm gonna skip for now. Okay, check this out. This is why we shoot in RAW, people. Let me bring this up a lot. We need to bring that one up a lot. Let's see if auto saves us here too. Not so much. So we're actually gonna bring this up just a hair more. There we go. That looks more true to life. I think that one's fine as well. this one. Bump this one up quite a bit. Whoa, too much. Auto even works on fish, guys. See? Told ya. I told ya. Probably just gonna leave these two alone just because they're not mission critical to what we got going on. Let's go ahead and edit this one, Daniel. Otto saving the day again. That's actually, okay, here's where Otto kind of went a little crazy. I think he looks a little too orange, so we're gonna drop down the temp here just a bit. That looks a lot better. And the beauty about these three is they're all taken at the same exposure levels and everything, so we can just go ahead and edit them as we see fit here. See where Auto gets us. Looking great as always. I think that's about it. So now we're just gonna go ahead. We're gonna select everything here. Control or Command Shift E. That brings up the export window. And we're just gonna go ahead and export it. Boom, and there you have it. That's a quick and gritty editing session on the photos that we went down and shot with Daniel Massengale. I think we got some good ones, definitely some ones that can be used in the marketing campaign that we went and shot it for. The video was a lot of fun to shoot too, plus Daniel's like super awesome dude to hang out with. So that was a fun trip. I think tonight, since it's 4th of July, which, by the way, happy 4th of July, I'm going to go out and I'm going to try and find some fireworks, and I'm going to work on focus pulled fireworks. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to try and record it. We'll see how it works out. Hopefully I can bring one of the lights with me without disturbing too many people. So let's go ahead and wrap things up here. Go ahead, smash that subscribe button, and if you like the video, give me a thumbs up as well. Every bit helps. And tomorrow, be on the lookout for some focus pulled firework editing. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.